Hello, hello. Welcome to my live.
Hello, sister.
Hit me up. I'm Naomi. What would you like to talk about?
Trans women are not women.
You don't think that trans women are women? Why
No,
is
they
that?
are not. Because they are men. They have a dick. How can you go from
Okay.
men?
So hold up. You're talking about like certain body parts. Are you aware of the distinction between sex and gender?
Gender is also fake. It's in your head. It's fake.
You think that gender is fake? I have a basic biology textbook I can read from
No, no,
that I
no.
think might be
Listen,
helpful in
gender.
clearing up this
Listen, my friend.
confusion. Wait,
Where are you
hold up.
from?
I am from the United States of America.
That's why you think so. Listen, I'm Caucasian dude from Kafkas. You know Caucasia?
You
You
what?
know Caucasia.
I am white, yeah?
No, no, no. Caucasia. I am real Caucasian.
Okay,
Armenian and
cool.
Georgian. In our
Cool.
culture, this, how can you come up with trans woman? It's bullshit.
So, would you like me to explain this, or do you just want to like call things bullshit?
I I had done my research. You know, research. I had done it.
Well, are you
And
interested in learning? Or are you just interested in like crossing your arms and just like saying it's bullshit in front of me? Because I think that like learning and talking about these things would be
let me
more interesting
explain,
for
okay?
everybody.
Let me explain. Can I
Well,
explain?
wait. I think that I first need to explain the difference between biological sex and gender, and I have a really helpful little tool to help me with this. This is a basic biology textbook. It's Genetics 6th edition by Benjamin A. Pierce, and this little passage says, gender is not the same as sex. Biological sex
Yes.
refers to the anatomical and physiological phenotype of an individual. So, for example, the presence of a penis would be one sex characteristic.
Yeah,
Gender
from a
is a
man.
wait, let me
It's a
finish.
man.
Let
A
me
male.
finish. I'll let you speak once I finish, okay? Gender is a category assigned by the individual or others based on behavioral and cultural practices. One's gender need not coincide with one's biological sex. So the distinction here is that gender is more so the social aspects that we assign to others, kind of these roles and expectations, while biological sex would
Yeah.
be these anatomical physical characteristics.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
whether or not someone has a penis has nothing to do with their gender. That's an aspect of their sex, not their gender. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. But wait, wait. You are woman, right? You are real woman. You have pussy. Yeah. You are
I
born
am
born
indeed a woman.
a real one, right? Like you
I
know
I
what I
am
mean.
indeed a real
Look,
woman, yeah.
you know gender. Gender, it's made up like because you are either male or female. There's no other thing. Gender's made up by society.
Wait, do you
So,
think that
so
intersex people don't exist?
yeah, a small percentage can exist. I don't deny it. They can
Okay,
exist.
so people can be kind of between the sexes in terms of their sex characteristics to an extent.
Yes, if
And
they
a
are born with it.
transsexual person is also in between the sexes to an extent
No,
because
no,
they do change many of their biological sex characteristics. That is simply factual.
they can change your DNA. Your DNA will stay male. You
I
can
didn't
change
say
your
you can
DNA.
change your DNA. I said you can change many sex
So they aren't real
characteristics.
women.
And
So
hold up. If you refer back to the textbook, it didn't say that sex is determined by DNA. It said that sex is determined by phenotype. Genotype is your DNA. Phenotype refers to your actual physical characteristics. So even
yeah.
according to this basic biology textbook, biological sex not determined by your genes, it's determined by your phenotype, your external physical sex characteristics. Does that make sense?
So like a woman can need to have long hair, nice skin to be a woman. You mean right? Because
Those
you
would
say
certainly be
phenotype.
characteristics that would be associated with women, depending on the culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yes, you mean. But there are also women who are different looking. You know, men like they
Yes.
look like men. Does that mean they are men? So if I look like a
No,
woman, am I a woman? Am I a woman if I look like a woman?
not just looking like a woman. It also refers to kind of this lived social experience of actually living
No,
within
no, no.
a
What
society in
social
which treats you that
experience?
way.
It has nothing to do with it. If I look like a woman, doesn't mean I'm a woman. I can still have a dick. I have a deep voice, more testosterone. You know what I mean?
Simply looking like a woman is not all there is to womanhood.
You just say it's phenotypically. What do you mean?
We're talking about biological sex as phenotypical, as in
Yeah.
like sex characteristics that are. external, that are of the body,
Yeah,
that are physical. That's what determines your biological sex. If you're asking about woman, that's gender. That's not sex.
yeah, and gender doesn't exist. It's not literally doesn't exist. It was made up.
This textbook says that gender exists.
Like,
Do
I
you
don't give a
disagree?
fuck about
Do
the
you
textbook.
disagree with this basic biology textbook?
I don't give a fuck about it.
So you disagree with basic biology now?
I can also give basic biology, or how you call it. I don't care.
Do you have like a
I know.
textbook you can read from?
Listen, if you have a female, how do you say it? Genital, you are a female. If you have a man, you are a man. You understand what I mean? These
Well,
things, they are
typically,
just
yeah, but there are certainly
physically,
intersex
only
people
physically
that kind of
matters.
complicate things, and there are trans people that kind of complicate things. Biology and biological sex is a lot more complicated than just what your genitals are.
Yeah,
This
but
is
only
what the textbook literally says.
who cares what the textbook says? It's physically, if you have,
Well,
it's
I think
basic,
that
it's
this
basic
textbook is a
knowledge.
is a pretty good guide to what biology actually is. I think that this textbook probably represents more knowledge than you or I would have. So that's why I refer to expert sources such as this basic biology textbook.
Hmm, interesting. But either way, like you said, physically, a trans woman can't be a woman because he has a dick. It's not a real woman. It's
Wait, wait.
toughed up.
Stop. Wait, you're conflating gender and sex again. I already explained to you why having a penis has nothing to do with gender. That's a sex characteristic, not a gendered characteristic.
Yeah, and let's say a female. Is she a female? Let's say are trans women are females or not? Are
It
they
would depend
females?
under what category of sex you're referring to. Hormonally, they would
What do
be
you mean?
female.
There's male and female, and women are females, right? So is a trans woman a female?
Women are
No,
typically
it's not.
female in most of their
No,
sex
but
characteristics,
they
although
don't
there
have
are
they don't
intersex
have.
women that kind of complicate things.
No, intersex are 1% of the world. Forget about them. We are talking about the
Well, they do.
majority of
Are you
people.
asking about in the typical case, or are you asking about in the exceptional case? Because trans women are also part of the exceptional cases.
No, yes, I am asking about men who decided to become a so-called woman,
So we're
but he
talking
still
about
is a
the
man.
exceptional cases? If we're talking about exceptional cases, then I think it's fair to bring up intersex women because they're also exceptional cases. But if you're just asking about the
But
typical
I'm not talking
cases,
about
then yeah,
intersex.
typically women would have female sex characteristics. That's absolutely true. No one's denying that.
So a trans woman is not a real woman because
What do you mean?
the guy doesn't
What do you
have
mean by a real woman? What makes a woman real?
a real woman is a woman with who takes care of a child and is and has a pussy. That's a real woman, literally a woman.
So, in order to be a
You know
real
what a
woman,
woman
you
is.
have to be a mother and you have to have female genitalia. Why? Why do you have to have
Yes,
that to be
that's
a
a
real
woman.
woman?
What do you mean? Why?
Wait,
That's a woman.
why
Female. It's
why
a
do you have to
female.
have a child to be a real woman?
Okay, forget about the child, but the other thing. You know
Okay,
what I
so
mean? Because
why do you have to have a vagina to have a real
trans
wait, wait,
woman.
hold up. Why do you have to have a vagina to have a real woman? Because there are intersex women with MRKH syndrome, for example, that are born without vaginas. Are you saying they're not real women?
No, they are intersex. They are both.
So you're
But I
so
don't know
you don't
what
think that they're
intersex are.
real
I just heard
women?
from them.
These
Huh?
are people that are assigned female at birth. Their birth certificate says female, but you don't think that they're real women.
But these are exceptions. I'm talking about majority, 90% of the
We're
world, or
talking. Wait, wait.
99 is.
You were asking about trans people. Trans people are also exceptional cases.
Yes,
You
I'm talking
specifically
about the
said you
trans
wanted to talk
people.
about the exceptional case. Don't backtrack on me. I know what you
No, no,
said.
no. I said I'm talking about men who want to become women, trans women. That's trans women, right? Yes or no?
What about trans women?
Yes, that's a trans woman. So I'm talking about them, but they are still men because they can't change their genitalia.
Wait, you don't think that people can change their genitals? Have you heard about bottom
No,
surgery? You do
no,
know that we
that's
actually have
fake. It's
surgery that can
surgery. It's
literally change
surgery.
your
It's not
genitals,
real.
right? We literally
Huh?
have surgery that can do this.
They are still not real women. They are men.
But wait. Your own criteria of real woman falls apart, as we
So
demonstrated.
what?
You
People
said
can
that to be
change
a
their.
real woman, you have to have a child, and then you said you have to have a vagina, but we showed cases where neither of
Wait,
those
wait,
things
wait.
can be true, and these are people that you would still consider real women. Your criteria of real woman is meaningless. You can't defend it.
Okay, wait. You can also still change your skin color. A white person can become black if he wants to. It doesn't mean he's black. No.
No. So do you want to actually
So
talk
so
about
so why?
like race? Race is a political category, not like
No, I
a
don't
not
care
like
about race. I'm
a
talking
skin
about
color
if a
category.
white man.
Skin color, sure, you can change your skin color, but that doesn't
Yes.
change your race because race is a political
Neither.
category defined by one's lineage. We
Yes.
specifically
So
group people
woman.
into different political groups based off of their lineage, and that's the origin of race. So
So is a
those are
woman.
very
A woman is
disanalogous.
also a thing. A woman is also identity. It's also like a gender or something. It's not real. A female is actually. You know
But
what I mean, right?
we don't classify men and women based off of their lineage. That's why it's disanalogous.
We classify them by thing, by male and female by their genitals. If you have, you have a
And that's
thing,
one
you are
way
a
we
man.
wait. Actually, let me go ahead and I'm going to try to reach out here. Genitals is certainly one way we classify biological sex. We also classify biological sex along the lines of things like hormones, along the things of like external anatomy, along the things of like even matter distributions. These are all biological sex characteristics, and many of these actually trans females like myself are in line with females, not males. Oh no, he got banned for violating the community guidelines. Whoa. Classic opponent. But no. So we'll try to extend the olive branch here. You actually can change many of your biological sex characteristics. You can change your hormonal sex. This has effects that change your anatomical sex. Trans females like myself, we develop real boobies that are biologically identical to cis females' boobies. I have a actual medical source which affirms this. I can grab that if people are interested. But there are some aspects of your biological sex that you can change. Sure, you can't change everything, but you can certainly change enough such that your body is very, very similar to that of an intersex female. And for the same reason why we call these intersex females women and why, their medical needs are female in many ways, the same is true about trans women like myself. My risk of heart disease, bone disease, and most cancers is in line with women, not men, because of the biological reality of how many of my sex characteristics have changed. Biology is a lot more complicated than this, simple worldview that this guy likes to have of penis equals man, vagina equals woman. It's a lot more complicated than that, and I think that's fascinating. And I don't think that we should, try to reduce people down to just their genitals because we're so much more than that.